A question that you get in all of the games that are like this is, I have all these diamonds. I have all this gold. What should I be buying? Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you what you should and should not buy. I'm not saying whether or not you should listen to me. Let's get to the video.
I would question myself in the same situation and consider the consequences.
People were going to die.
Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a DC World Collide video. In this video, I'm going to go over what you should invest in. Diamonds, gold, and I don't know, basically anything in the game. That was a very clunky opening, but we're going to ride with it. So basically, as you have your diamonds and your gold, one of the things that I'm going to say to you is it should be pulling with your diamonds. It should be pulling characters using the tokens as much as possible with your diamonds, with a couple of exceptions. One of those exceptions are these here. It is these rare character fragments and these elite character fragments. Now, for me right now, what you guys are going to have to realize is that these shops, which I think is actually really cool, these shops display different things depending on what main stage you've cleared. So I've cleared up until I haven't made it to 2830 yet. So my shop is going to look different than yours, especially if you just started out. So the things that I have to tell you are going to be more centered around theory than actual buy this thing. But for example, if you have the spare gold, which I kind of don't right now, I would love to buy this. And in fact, put it this way, this is so important for emblems for me. I only have 800K and I'm going to buy this. That's important when you finally get to emblems. I will buy this. I'm going to get some money back. I'm going to get some gold back when I go through my supplies and all that other stuff. It's cool, but it's very important to get those emblems worked on. However, I'm not spending 1,000 diamonds on them, for example. Do not buy any of these timed deals with diamonds. Now, these resources are pretty awesome because it's 8 hours of titanium, 8 hours of experience, 8 hours of gold down here at the bottom you see. Why is that cool? That is because when you do receive those resources in other game modes, when you've completed something and they've given you like 10 of these or 10 of those hourly based resources, the reason why that's so awesome is that, let me pull back just a sec. In this scenario, I should not be clicking on this right now. Don't click on this too often. Just let it ride. But I'm going to click on it now to show you something. As you progress in the main stage, these numbers go up, right? So if you do not need the gold per se, you don't need the XP per se in that moment. If you wait and get more of the main stages cleared, then literally like investing in a stock that's going up, the value of those hourly resources, of those hourly resource things, goes up with you. So getting them and then pulling them immediately, if you don't need them, if you need them, go for it. But if you don't need them, save that, hold back on it. Just wait a sec, because the longer you hold it, the more valuable it becomes, because hopefully the more you're progressing through the game. So I would say just hold off on that, period. I hope that made sense. I'm hoping that makes sense. All right, next. So that's the explanation for these hourly resources. However, all that being said, do not buy these for no diamonds. They're never going to be worth it versus what the diamonds can get you. Yeah, no, they're not. All right, so then next, I do not buy any of these resources with diamonds outside of these two, like I was trying to say before, the rare character frags and the elite character frags. Now, for me, in this shop, it's 180 for 30. It says 300 now because every time you buy them, it goes up. Same thing for the elite. This started off at 360 or 380. I buy it once. It goes up to 600. I stop. I get this every morning. The one over here that you see is sold out. I think this was, it wasn't a lot. I think it was like 140,000 or something like that. If it's gold, I get it. I'm going to buy it for gold. Sometimes that's a rare, sometimes it's elite. I'm buying it regardless. The reinforcements, I'm ignoring reinforcements for right now. However, I do not know whether that's a wise decision or not. I have my focus is split amongst a lot of things in the game. This is also not bad value because it's gold, and gold is a fairly quickly replenishable resource in the game, more so than diamonds themselves. So if it costs gold for these reinforcements, part of me did regret not, because I didn't really know what it was, so I wasn't buying it in the shop in the very beginning. Part of me did regret that because it does help when you have to level up your reinforcements, or no, it is what you use to level up your reinforcements. And I can't unlock this unless the previous reinforcement, which is TT, the tiger whose name I can't pronounce, is up to level 160. It would be much easier to take TT up to level 160 if I had more of the thing that's used to level him up. Now, level her up. Now, I assume it's a her. But though I could do it now, I'm not going to. And I do have more of these resources, but that's because I've been basically ignoring them. I will probably sometime soon start doing this using the gold. Right now, I'm focused more on gear and leveling up. Back. So those, I would say it's okay to put resources into. The emblems, definitive. Titanium, definitive. The reinforcements, for me, less definitive, but still do it. And then these character fragments. So in my standard fashion, I will say green light to this titanium, red light, green light, red light, green light, like a yellow, it's about to turn yellow though. Red, green one time, red. I do not buy gear with diamonds. All this is red. When we get to the cards and the crystals, this is more superficial. The adrenaline shots are big red. You can get, these can revive your entire team roster in Elseworld. So if you have one character in Elseworld that falls, don't use the adrenaline shot. Wait till you have like 5 of them fall, then use the adrenaline shot. Get to a point of where you can't get past a certain thing. Even if you have like only 3 today. On the last stage of Elseworld for me, I had 1 character fall right before the last stage. Then I took the next 5 in. All of them fell on the last stage, so I only had 3 characters left. I put those 3 characters up, and actually those 3 characters beat the final stage. However, even if they hadn't, I would have been able to revive all, I think it was like 11, I just described, like 11 characters with 1 adrenaline shot. So it wasn't worth it for me to use that 1 adrenaline shot on 1 character. Use it on 10. Just keep tossing all of your characters in there as fodder until they've taken down. Because remember also, the health and the health of those characters in Elseworld that you're facing, the enemy, that's persistent. Your health is not persistent. It resets every time you go forward. However, their health is persistent. And so if you take off 50% of their health for all of the characters, that stays there when your team dies. So be sure to not buy these. You get these daily from, I think it's called Security Plan. You get those daily from Security Plan. You should be able to clear Elseworld without losing a tune, and everybody's going to have a bad day. A couple bad days. But I got like 20-something of these bad boys stored up. 23. I'm good. The crystals, this is superficial. I can buy 415 for 450. I'm buying this, and maybe I would today, but I don't think I will. If I'm trying to make a push in arena so I can get up to like Grandmaster 2 or 3. 30 for 1 is not a horrible value to me when I consider that 200 gets you a encrypted token that will get you 1 pull. That's potentially an uncommon. And that's when we get to this token here. I do this, okay? The only reason is because this token costs the exact same as if I did the 200 in the actual mother box. The reason why I'll buy these over that, and it's a stupid superstition, I'm not going to go too deep into it. If you've seen another video, you'll know. I'm going to buy 3 of these because I want to pull 20, not 17, because I like pulling 10 at a time. I think it gives me better odds. That's the superstition in me. The math guy in me is like probability is probability. It don't work like that. I'm of 2 minds. What can I say? I'm complex. Or I just like to pretend to be. Anyway, and then all this decoration stuff, I mean, big no to me for all that, but I mean, if you like the Superman mug, go for it. I'd rather just buy the real Superman mug. Anyway, when it comes to gear, I made a very, 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 very grievous error when doing this. Now, for you who are just starting out, This top row is probably going to be, I mean, you're probably like a week into the game, so this might already be elite, the purple. Mine has the epic in here because, again, the main stage that I've cleared. Now, one mistake that I made that I tried to correct in the beginner's guide is, you see how these are worth 6,000, these are worth 12,000. The difference here is, and I would love for it to have something else. It's not going to show it here. I did it in a previous video, actually today, where this little arrow up here at the top is an indicator that this piece is more powerful than the piece without it. That's why it's double the value. It's not double the stats, but it is double the value, or double the cost, I should say. So then these first two, and then same thing with purple, as you can see here, are going to have a higher stat. So I'm leaning towards buying those. Previously, I didn't understand that these were actually different and that the stats for like this attack piece, this attack accessory, just because of that little arrow, is going to be higher than the attack is going to be without it. So I was buying these because I thought they were better value, because it was like, I can't tell the difference. This is me needing to do research. But yeah, I lean into these pieces now that have this extra piece, this extra silver tab. The next level, and I'm kind of being cautious about it, the next level will have this silver tab on both sides of the epic piece. So there's that. And then I don't know if this is wise or not, but I do it, which is whenever I can, whenever I have something left over from the Evil Falls shop, which this currency you get from Evil Falls, I like to buy these equipment enhancement pieces. I do, because it helps me level up my gear. I do. I don't know if that's a wise spending of my resources, but I think that it is. All right, so next, arena shop. Now, you guys may have seen the video where I was, you probably haven't unless you're on stream, where I have said that I am demoting Lex because I just cannot get him to work. He's not a tank for me. He is someone who's more support, and he calls assist, which I like. I used arena credits. The dual credit is what it's called, I think. The dual metal. I used dual metal to buy this today, so I could take Lex up to rank 8. And then I had like 44 of these things, and I already had like 20 of his frags from like the trials or whatever. So I had enough to do it. I just need to buy it here. For having to only do 5 and then have the rest, pretty good value. I am red lighting everything else in here with the exception of these 2 chests. Red light to this epic chest because 6,000 to get random epic. No. You know how much you have to save up to get this amount? No. I would rather just pull them with diamonds. I don't need that. Bane, Red Hood, Bizarro, Zatanna, they are way too easy to pull from the mother box, especially if you're using that desired tab thing. So that's a big no for me. Elseworld. Everything here is a red light except for these 2 chests at the bottom. And the reason why these 2 chests, just like I was saying before in the base shop, and in case you don't know, you need elites and epics. You need elites and rares to rank up your epics and your legendaries. So getting their fragments helps rank them up. And if you get 10 fragments from each of these, you can rank them up. It helps. So it's just a different way of spending resources without having to spend your diamonds to get more elite and rare fragments. Elite Arena. Now, Elite Arena is very valuable to me. And this is because I can farm after you've unlocked them. This is very, very, very important for those of you who do not know. Wait, is this only for epics, right? Bet. That I can explain to you too. This is very, very important for those of you who don't have your legendary yet. This does not unlock your legendary. This only provides you frags that will allow you to rank up the legendary you already have. And here's how it shows. I click on this. I can get the frags of Sinestro, Lex, Wonder Woman, and Superman because those are the legendaries I have, right? Superman, I could buy some more. I've already bought the Wonder Woman, hence why she's rank 8. Flash, I could buy some. With Superman, I'll be able to rank them up. With Flash, it does nothing for me because I don't have Flash, so I can't rank them up. With the epics, everything down here, maybe the emblem stuff. That's a yellow light to the emblem stuff. Maybe. For everything that's an epic in here, big old red light. So red light, red light, red light, red light, green light for any of that stuff up top. And actually, let me go back to this. Red light for everybody except for these two. Green light, green light. And then arena shop. I mean, it is Lex, but that's a lot of resources. Yellow light to both of these. More green for Lex, but I'm yellowing it. And that seems very expensive to me. So I'm going to give it a yellow light. Everything else is a red light except for these two, which are green lights. And then I think I did that. So green light, less green, but still a green light. And then down here, when the gear just drops at full on level, red light. I'd just rather save and buy better gear the next day. And then we have the League Shop. League Shop feels like it's one of the most useless. This is so you can choose the epic you want to draw from. Both of these. I'm not spending. It seems not very hard, but I would rather not spend my League resources on that. That's just real. So red light to those two. Yellow light to the signature card because I'm not 100% sure where I should be getting these. I get them randomly from completing different like daily or weekly tasks. I think it's weekly tasks. So I'm okay. No, and daily too. So I'm okay with not buying this. It's kind of like a red light about to turn. It's kind of a yellow light about to turn red. Raven Stewart, red because you can get them from pulling. This is for an advanced combat token, which I can use to farm team ups. I would 1,500. That is, you can get a lot of resources from the advanced simulations. You can. I'm gonna yellow like that, but that yellow's turning red. Artifact pulls. I don't like it because it's random and it doesn't even guarantee an artifact for you. It's just they're going to give you something. So I'm going to red light that one. I will yellow light these with the idea of this is a break glass in case of emergency situation. If you're like 1 away, sure. If you're like 4 away, sure. If you're not, hold off. You don't need to rush it. It's fine. Green light here because with these you get to pick the epic level 1 that has this, whichever one you want. So that's a green light. This is a green light. These are less green light because they're not going to have as high as stats, but still green lights. And then I'm going to say yellow light to the equipment enhancement pieces that'll help you help you level up your gear. And I'm not trading in currency for gold. No. So now that is the base shops. The next thing I wanted to show was why I would buy. Let's go back. Why I would buy this for value. So, with, you know what? Okay, just remember, 30 of these frags cost 180, not 300. 30 of these frags cost 360 or 380, not 600. All right. When we go back into the mother box, when I go to pull from Epic Recruitment, it costs $200 to pull 1 token. With that, $200, 200 diamonds to pull that 1 token. With that 200 diamonds, I have a 47% chance of getting something that's useless. Now, granted, they give you like 20 minutes of titanium. Who cares? Useless. I mean, not useless, but not useful, not full of use. So I have, with 200 of my diamonds, I get a 47% chance for something I can't use for real. Or I spend 180 diamonds and I use 30 rare character frags to help rank up whatever epic I need to be ranked up. Now, also bear in mind that while we're going through ranking them up with the rares, even if you do pull a rare here and it's a duplicate, you're only getting 10 frags. I mean, that makes sense, right? That makes sense. To buy 30 at 180, so a 10% discount, as opposed to a chance to maybe get 10 frags of a rare or an elite. We can do the 360 one. The 360 gets you 30 frags of an elite. There's only a 20% chance of getting an elite here, and if I do, it's only going to be 10 frags. So to me, the value does not make sense in terms of spending when you have to spend the diamonds on epic pulls over those 30 fragments that are going to be in that shop. Now, outside of that, all of your diamonds should go towards pulls. All of your diamonds, and while you're in this early game stage, should go towards pulling characters. I would recommend that you pull them from here, weekly recruitment. This week's recruitment, 20 out of 30. What that mean? What's this? What is this? What is this? It says guarantee epic here. So I got 20 out of 30. I don't even know what that means. Anybody help me out with that one? Okay. But in any case, all your maybe not for Superman DCU though. I just did a video roasting him. All right. And you'll see now that I have enough to do some pulls that I would love to do for the camera, but I'm not going to. I'm going to be doing this tomorrow. Why is that? Because of the desired. If I click in here, I can pick 2 characters and then I get a 30% chance to get the desired character. Now, I have had the situation where that epic that comes out is not one of the ones that I chose, which is fine. I still got an epic. It's not a guarantee, but it's a really good chance. And I'm not complaining about the system at all. However, I've already pulled Bane and Nightwing. You can only do 2 a week once they get pulled. If they haven't been pulled, you can change them and it's fine. But if they have been pulled, you can't change this until that week resets, or else it's going to cost you $500, I think. Yeah, 800. Excuse me. It's going to cost you 800 diamonds. So I would not do that. My idea has been to this point, I've gotten all the characters that I want. Or not all that I want, but I have a deep enough roster to handle things for the most part. So now I'll save up my tokens, and then tomorrow morning, I'm going to pull 20 of these things. And then if I can get this up to 5,000, I'm going to pull on weekly recruitment, not on epic recruitment. And then legendary, we can't do anything with legendary or with the future recruitment because we don't have those tokens. So I hope you found that helpful. I think I covered everything I wanted to. Right? I think we're good. I think that's all that we need to invest in. So, I did want to say for the store, and I've said this before, I'll make it brief. If you don't have the money, if you can't afford it, this game is so free to play friendly that I have often wondered how they're going to make money. And if they keep making characters like Superman DCU, my concern heightens. So, this one where the drone increases the yield by 10%, and then you obtain more diamonds and diamonds immediately for $5. That's a good deal to me. I even think that the super monthly card might be okay deal. I haven't done it, not gonna do it. It might be okay. The growth fund is a good deal, and don't be fooled. I'm buying this later, but I bought it for the previous levels for $10. You get a bunch of diamonds. I'm okay with that. The DCU packs. This one has been a good one. I'm not recommending it because I don't even know if it's going to be there. But I don't think that's necessary. If you're going for a must, I got $20, it is this and then the monthly and then security plan, which is going to put you over your budget, but this one's 15. So pick 2 of those 3 and you're good to go, right? All right, so now back to the store. Next, a daily. Okay, and then after what I just showed you, everything else down here is trash. Don't waste any of your money on the Bride DCU. Okay, cool. Superman DCU. Whoop, whoop. That one. This is just after you've unlocked them, so it's fine. Wish happens after you've made a small purchase. I think it's at least $1. Then it's fine. Decoration voucher, I don't want that. So everything else, with the exception of the monthly privilege and the growth fund, everything else you can ignore. So I think that's got it all. Thank you guys for watching. Please please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I'll see you guys next time.